It was because the government wants to maintain its sovereignty, independence, that they didn't want outsiders to interfere with the internal affairs. I think that was the main reason why we lost GSP Plus. But in any case, because of the loss of GSP, we have not closed down the garment factories. Actually, some of the apparel factories are doing very much better now, because that has forced them to go in for more productivity. Because what we, the price concession we lose, we should be able to gain from productivity improvement. And the garment factories are trying to do that now. We are forced to face the challenge and improve productivity in our garment sector, and then compete with the rest of the world.
And before we go into the final question, Professor, I just want to know, how do you see foreign missions handling all these issues, especially when it comes to the economic perspective, projecting the Sri Lankan image to the international community and all?
My own view is some of the missions are not being fair by us. They are not doing enough for us. You see, particularly it's the Eastern Bloc maybe reasonable, but I think the Western Bloc, some of they have not been painting the very correct picture of Sri Lanka to the investors and the tourists, foreign tourists and so on. I think because I know, for instance, even some of the travel advisories of some of the governments were only removed very recently.
Restrictions,
because I know Australian travel advisory, till very recently they were there. So now of course Britain recently has come out and said Sri Lanka situation is not as bad as
earlier,
as bad as presented to the this is the real situation, and they have praised Sri Lanka but for what it has achieved. So I think things are moving in the right direction.
Finally, I would like to know, if someone wants to invest in Sri Lanka, especially from the international community, what are the opportunities available in Sri Lanka and how we can project ourselves?
Yeah, the opportunities are in two areas. One thing is infrastructure development, because in the power sector, and then the manufacturing sector, because Sri Lanka still has cheap labor. People can come and invest in for export, and the Sri Lanka is prepared to give certain incentives for this. Guarantee of repatriation of profits, guarantee of repatriation of capital later on. But with all those guarantees, the government is inviting foreign investment. And these areas, because still the power sector there is room. Then completely manufacturing sector, there are using our raw materials for value addition, then a lot of investments can be made. Then I think in areas like now of course people can come into even certain amount of mining areas, because even rutile, there are certain we are exporting in raw form. This can be converted, value addition, and export to other countries. So I think that is where we have to bring in, because exploit our cheap labor, and using our raw materials of cheap labor, we must build up the manufacturing sector.
Thank you very much, Professor. Today in this edition of Crossfire, an exclusive production of the Government Information Department, we had Professor A.D.V.D.S. Induratne, President of the Organization of the Professional Associations of Sri Lanka, is also the Emeritus Professor of Economics at the University of Colombo, and President of the Sri Lanka Economic Association as well. Thank you very much once again, Professor.
Thank you.
So with that, we conclude and wrap up this edition of the Crossfire, an exclusive production of the Government Information Department. Do join us once again next time for this kind of an interview. Till then, have a wonderful time.